where the peaches grow. In my house, it's not much to talk about, but it's filled when love is grown in southern ground, and a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. I like to see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and know a mother's love. It's fun in my life, for the stars and stripes, may freedom forever fly. Let it ring, salute the ones who died, the ones that give their lives, so we don't have to sacrifice all the things we love, like our chicken fried, and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. I like to see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and no mother's love gets a little chicken fried, and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. Sunrise.
Manager for Conway Parks and Recreation, where he oversees the youth baseball leagues facilitated by Parks and Rec. As a player, Pat had one of the greatest seasons in Wampus Cat history, his senior season of 1999. His .549 batting average, 16 doubles, 54 RBI, and 56 hits remain Wampus Cat single-season records to this day, and he holds the longest all-time hitting streak of 19 games. Please join the Conway team in welcoming Pat Burton to throw out tonight's first pitch for Youth Night 2025. And now let's meet the players first for the visitors from Valley View. Batting first and playing shortstop, number 2, Drew Gartman. Batting second and catching, number 16, Keaton Mathis. Batting third and playing left field, number 21, Owen Roach. Batting fourth and pitching, number 33, Levi Martin. Batting fifth and playing center field, number 22, Jade Taylor. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 24, Noah Ragsdale. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 27, Madden Tatum. Batting eighth as the designated hitter, number 5. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 6, Jackson Robnett. Batting sixth and playing as the designated. Play ball.
warning track. He's at the wall. It's out of here. It's a 3-run home run. Going on out to second. It's Glove. He throws. It's over. Conway. They are your Class 6A state champion. Kicks him, looking a beautiful pitch by Davenport.
Holland leans into one in the right center field. One hops to the wall. Cover comes in.
Billy gets in the swing with a strikeout. That'll win the ball game. That's the winner for the Cats.
One grounded over to Sean Cover. 4, 6, 3. Big double play for your Conway defense.
Back up, that'll be a score 1-2. Conway leads 2-1.
Swung on hard in the left center field, and that's going to do it.
Leading off for the Blazers, the shortstop, number 2, Drew Gartman. Now batting the catcher, number 16, Keaton Mathis.
Good outside.
Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Owen Roach. And the Wampus Cats are coming up.
Out in the countryside, lay back and smell the sun, warm up the Georgia pie. Feels so good to be taking it easy. Why would I ever leave? 'Cause I know I some good friends that live down the street. Got a good-looking woman with her arms around me. Here in a small town where it feels like home. I got everything I need and nothing that I don't. Oh no, oh no.
This is picture number 33 by
We got a fire going down by the riverside. Sip whiskey out and about, living like you'll never die. Come on and stay a while. If you don't believe me, why would I ever leave? 'Cause I know I got some good friends that live down the street. Got a good-looking woman with her arms around me. Here in a small town where it feels like home. I got everything I need and nothing that I don't. Oh no, oh no,
leading off for the Wampus Cats. Third baseman, number 23, Wallace.
For a long time, sooner or later, gotta put you down.
What you say, Tom?
Next up for the Wampus Cats, the catcher, number 18, Sean Cove.
So Sean Cover comes to the plate for the Wampus Cats. Cover on the season, if you can believe this or not, hitting .720 on the season. He has been on a tear. First pitch up and in, but called strike one to Cover. Cover hitting, of course, from the right side. Get set to pitch. Down and away. 1-1 the count. Sean Cover, again hitting .720 on the season. Looks at that one down low, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Cover with all 3 of the Wampus Cat home runs on the season. Looks at a called strike 2 that finds the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-2. Cover on the season. He's only struck out twice. Once swinging, once looking. Foul that one back here to the fence, and the count will stay at 2-2. No score. We're in the bottom of the first inning. It's Valley View and Conway here on this Friday afternoon. Glad to have you on board with us here. J.R. Runyon back here in the booth. That skipped up there, and the count goes to 3-2 for the second time here in his many batters. Working behind the plate today. Take a big swing at that one. Two off of the glove of the left fielder. Throw in is not in time, and it's second base. Sean Cover with a one-out double for the Wampus Cats. Puts a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. Left fielder looked like he might have had a bead on it, but couldn't squeeze it. And
Second base, Malik Simpson.
so Malik Simpson will trot on out to second base to run for the catcher, Sean Cover.
And at the plate,
As a courtesy runner,
first baseman number 2,
that will bring Willie Voss to the plate for Conway. Voss hitting .400 on the season with 6 RBI. Chance here in the bottom of the first to maybe drive in a run, get things rolling for the Cats here this afternoon. So Simpson at second base after Culver's one-out double. Voss is set. Runner is checked. Now the throw home. Shows bunt. Strike called. Blake Kortzmeyer on deck for Conway. One out, runner at second. Willie Voss at the plate. The pitch. Fouled off, and the count goes to 0-2 on Voss. Voss on the season leads Conway with 5 hits by pitches. So far has not put himself in any position to be hit by a pitch. He's fouled off the offering so far. Fouls that one at the plate. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Willie Voss, the first baseman for the Wampus Cats. In runner at second. Malik Simpson there. Thanks to the one-out double by Sean Gover. Pitch to Voss. And that's going to send him down, Malik Simpson down to third base, as for the 6th time this season, Willie Voss has hit by pitch. Drops down to first base and heads up running by Malik Simpson. Puts now the umpire's coming back and he's saying, hold on a minute. Now the umpire's coming back and the 2 umpires are going to confer as to whether or not Willie was hit by the pitch. And they are going to confirm that that is the correct call. All right. So runners at first and third. No, they're going to send Simpson back. I kind of thought that might be the case because
Next up for the
in advance on a dead ball. So Malik Simpson will go back to second base. It'll be runners at first and second with 1 out. And Blake Kortzmeyer will come to the plate. Not able to get the runner advance, but now do have runners at first and second with 1 out in the inning. Blake Kortzmeyer at the plate for Conway. Hitting .333 on the season to this point. Takes a look at a pitch outside, ball 1. A ball, no strikes. Kortzmeyer at the plate for Conway. Runners get a lead, no throw. That pitch will be down and away, and it's going to 0-2 to Kortzmeyer. Kortzmeyer with some big hits last year in RBI. Would like to perform some of that same magic right here in the bottom of the first against Valley View. Pitcher steps off of the bump for a moment. gets set. The 0-2 pitch. Up high, the count goes to 0-3. Martin in danger of walking the bases loaded here with one out in the bottom of the first inning. The 0-3 pitch is in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1 ball and 3 one ball, 1 strike and 3 balls. I talk for a living. I should be able to handle this. Still getting my baseball chops in play. Runners at first and second, 1 out. 3-1 pitch is fouled off the fence, and again, the hitter goes full for the 3rd time here in the inning. So Martin's getting a workout here in the first inning as the Wampus Cats hitters are making him throw a lot of pitches. Full count, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Martin with the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be hit to the right side. Runners are going to have to hold as it'll be squeezed by the right fielder, and everybody will be back, and that'll be the 2nd out of the inning as Kortzmeyer flies out to the right side. Got to bring Jackson Robnett to the plate. Robnett hitting a pace of 438 here. 8 walks. Been hit by a pitch 4 times himself. Has stolen 5 bases. 7 hits on the season for the Wampus Cats. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Martin leads this at batter off with a strike on the inside corner, up high and tight, but in there for strike 1. Martin looks. Robnett's ready. Looks at called strike 2. So Robnett falls behind here, 0-2. With 2 outs and runners at first and second here in the bottom of the first. And gets him swinging. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning.
At the end of 1 hour score, the Blazers 0.
So Cats lead 2 runners at first and second. Get a base hit, but not able to capitalize on it. At the end of 1, no score. Back after this.
Again, this is Youth
Cat Country 98.9 and 92.5 with the Centennial Bank broadcast at Conway Wampus Cat Sports, driven by Genesis of Conway and Chris Grant Hyundai.
As a reminder, all kids in attendance are invited to meet the Wampus Cat players after the game. The players will be available behind the Wampus Cat third base dugout. We'll also have a wiffle ball home run derby after the ball game. Young folks, stay around and enjoy the Wampus Cats.
Going to be hit shortstop, Cicero over to first. And can't squeeze the throw, and so a leadoff hit for Martin. Let's see if they're going to call that an error.
Number 22, Jade Taylor.
So Jade Taylor will come to the plate. The error charge to Conway. But a runner at first and nobody out. First base runner of the afternoon for Valley View. Jade Taylor, the center fielder, comes to the plate. Good speed down that first base line. Now a little bloop, be caught. Quickly back over to first, but not in time for the put out, but the first down of the inning. Squeezed that time by Kean Brown. Curveball bit inside, but not strong enough for the strike call, and the count goes to 2-1. Wanamaker checks the runner. It's the hitter to swing at that. Count goes to 2-2. 2-2 the count. Runner at first, one out. We're at the top of the second inning. No score on the board. Conway left 2 in the bottom of the first. That was going to get away from the catcher, from Culver. And that will send the runner down to second base. And we'll take the count to 3-2 on Ragsdale. Wanamaker checks the pitch call on the armband. Looks at the runner at second. Then gets the batter to swing at strike. He's going to be out. It's the ball was dropped, thrown down to first base, but the runner advances to third.
Now batting the right fielder, number 27.
Now with 2 outs,
Madden Tatum.
Madam Tatum, the right fielder, will come to the plate with a runner at third base. Out of view trying to get the first run on the board of the afternoon. See if Wanamaker can work out of this. The tall, rangy right fielder, Madam Tatum, from the left side. Looks at a called strike one. And a beautiful afternoon for baseball here in Conway. Breeze is pretty well let up. A little bit of a breeze, but shouldn't affect things much here this afternoon. And that's going to catch the outside corner for strike 2. So 0-2 the count here to Madam Tatum. The Blazer right fielder. The pitch. Inside, blocked nicely by Culver. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tatum just kind of shakes his head, like, okay, I'm ready, I'm ready. See what happens here. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at third. The pitch comes up and inside. Did not get the call that he wanted, Wanamaker. I think it just came up on a little bit too much inside and a little bit too high for the strike call, and the count goes to 2-2. 2-2. Pitch from Wanamaker. Catches the outside corner this time for the third out of the innings.
And the Wampus Cats
So a couple of strikeouts, no runs, 1 error. And after an inning and a half, no score on the board. We'll be back with the Cats half of the second inning after this. Cat Country 98.9 and 92.5, the home of the Centennial Bank broadcast of Conway Wampus Cats Sports. To the bottom half of the second inning, no score up on the board. Wampus Cats here in the bottom of the second. We'll send to the plate Carter Crow, London Stewart, Silas Cicero. Any of those get on board, it'll be Kean Brown, the number 9 hitter, and then back up to the top of the lineup. Conway got a couple of runners on board and in the scoring position. Well, first and second, not really scoring position, but had him out there. But could not cash in after a fly out and then a strikeout to end the inning. Rose takes a swing at the first pitch. Shortstop ranges over and squeezes it for the 6-3 put out for out number 1. That'll send London Stewart to the plate, hitting .444 on the season.
Next up, the Wampus Cats.
London has scored 13 runs.
The center fielder, number 14.
Leads the Cats in total runs scored here on the season. There's 8 hits, 4 singles, 3 doubles, a triple. Takes a half-hearted swing at that one. It's like by the time he decided he wanted to maybe lay off, it was too late. Just falls behind 0-1. Takes that one and drills it to the gap in left center field. That'll get down for a base hit. He'll turn and look. No, he'll turn and go, trying to get ahead of the throw. He does, and into second base with a one-out single or one-out double is London Stewart. He was not slowing down coming around the bag at first. And he gets into the bag. The throw was a little bit off. Might have been able to get him at the bag if the throw had been to the bag, but the throw did not get to the bag. Second baseman had to come off, and when he did, that made it easy. So a one-out double puts a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the second inning. And to the plate, Cyrus Cicero. Everybody steps off for a moment. Conversation on the mound between the pitcher and the catcher. They have conferred, and now we will get back to action. One out, runner at second base. Cyrus Cicero, the number 8 hitter, the shortstop for the Wampus Cats at the plate. Pitch framed in there for strike called. Cicero will be followed by Kean Brown before we go back to the top of the order here, hopefully in the second. Framed nicely again for strike 2. Oh, 0-2 the count to Cicero. Runner at second, one out. Took something off that one, tried to get him to swing at a pitch that was outside on the corner. Cicero holds back, and so the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. On the way. It's going to be hit high to the left side. Left fielder's going to have to range over there. And that's a home run. Up and over the left field fence in the corner. Cyrus Cicero becomes the first Wampus Cat other than Sean Culver to knock one over the wall here this season. And it's a 2-0 lead thanks to the home run by Cicero. Took a 1-2 pitch. I knew it had possibilities of being trouble, but it just kept carrying right over that 305 mark in the left field, right over the First Community Bank sign. And the Wampus Cats lead 2-0. Outstanding job of hitting that time by Cyrus Cicero. Just got a hold of it. Cats lead 2-0. That pitch is outside to Kean Brown. What a thrill for Cicero and Wampus Cat fans here in the bottom of the second, now leading 2-0. That pitch does not find the outside corner. Martin again struggling a little bit after Wampus Cats get a hit. Long ball on that one. That's going to be hit to the right side. First baseman squeezes it, grabs it, and takes it in for out number 2. The 3 unassisted there. The second out, that'll take us back up to the top of the lineup. So Thomas Ford, who Grounded out to short back in the first to start the ball game. Comes to the plate now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Conway now leading 2-0. First pitch, low and inside for ball 1. That pitch almost in the same place, but up and in just a little bit. Finds the strike zone. The count goes to 1-1. Drives that one to left field, but the left fielder's right there and squeezes it for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Cats,
score
with a couple of hits, including a home run by Silas Cicero, score 2 runs in the inning and lead after 2 by a score of 2-0. Back after this on Cat Country 98.9 and 92.5.
Reminder that the concession stand is open behind home plate. Hamburgers and hot dogs available. This is the 2025 Youth Night, Conway Youth Night. Youngsters are going to be encouraged to meet the Wampus Cats after the ball game behind third base dugout. We'll have a wiffle ball home run
for the Blazers. Wanamaker still on the bump here for Conway to start the top of the 3rd inning. Buddy Mark Buffalo taking pictures and doing an outstanding job of following the Wampus Cats in all sports and following all Central Arkansas, well, even beyond that.
Blazers, the designated hitter, number 5.
Mark does a great job of presenting high school and college sports here in Arkansas, and glad to call him friend for sure. All right. First pitch. There for called strike to Will Finley. Finley, Holt, and Gartman due up here in the top of the 3rd inning for Valley View. Maker's pitch is outside. Count goes to 1-1. Going to be hit to the left side, going back and snagging it for the out. In left field is Blake Kortzmeyer for out number 1 in the inning. That'll be the first baseman, Leighton Holt, to the plate. He'll get from the left side for the Blazers. Conway with 2 conference games under their belt this week. Playing out of conference and out of classification as far as 5A, 6A, so forth, but certainly it is not out of classification when it calls to the quality of this Valley View team. That pitch is outside. The count goes to 2 balls and no strikes to Leighton Holt, the first baseman for the Blazers. Valley View last year considered really probably the top team in the state. Big swing that time by Holt, but no contact. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Valley View winning the 5A state championship over at UCA. The weekend champions. Big swing there again, and strike 2. Count goes to 2-2. Wanamaker has battled back here, falling behind 0-2. Or 2-0, I guess. That was going to be fouled off, and the count will stay at 2-2. Be patient with me, my first game of the season, so watch my buddies Tim and Levi do some on Conway Core. I have had a chance to see these kids play, just not in person yet. It's going to be hit hard to third and snagged nicely. Great shot that time on the snag by Thomas Ford for out number 2. And I mean, that was blistered.
Drew Gartman.
Line drive right to him, and he was ready for it for the 2nd out of the inning. So back up to the top of the lineup we go. Drew Gartman flew out to left field in his first trip to lead things off in the first inning for Valley View. Fouls that one away. Count goes to 0-1. 2 outs in the inning. Back up the middle. Played at second. Over to first in time.
No runs.
No runs on no hits. And after 2.5, Conway leads by a score of 2-0. Back after this on Cat Country, 98.9 and 92.5. Welcome back here on this Friday afternoon. Conway leads 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. 2 up, it'll be Sean Culver, Willie Voss, and Blake Kortzmeyer for the Wampus Cats. Conway scoring 2 in the bottom of the second inning thanks to a 2-run home run by Cyrus Cicero, his first of the season. Got under the pitch and it carried. And I didn't think there was that much wind today, but that certainly wasn't knocked down by any wind. Breeze just kind of let it cruise over the left field sign and over the First Community Bank sign in the left field at 3:05. First pitch to Culver's outside for ball 1. Martin still on the mound here for Valley View. That's hit well by Culver, but center fielder ranges over there and not confidently, but nonetheless squeezes it for out number 1.
Next up for the Wampus Cats.
Willie Voss will come to the plate. Got hit by a pitch back in the first inning. He leads the Cats in that category this season with now 6 hit by pitch. I believe I'm correct, yes. He takes that one. He hits the pitch into center field for a 1-out single. So Willie Voss on base for the second time in the afternoon. And that will bring to the plate Blake Kortzmeyer.
Next up for the Wampus Cats, left fielder number 3, Blake Kortzmeyer.
Lays off the pitch, but not laid off enough. Pitch is called a strike. So Willie Voss at first. 1 out in the inning. Conway with 3 hits here this afternoon. Off of Martin. Martin wanted that pitch, but did not get the call. The count goes to 1-1. Kortzmeyer checks the back pocket for the call. Martin lays down a bunt. Beautiful bunt. No play anywhere. And runners are safe at first and second. What a great job by Kortzmeyer laying down the bunt right in between the pitcher and the catcher. They were not ready for it. Advances Willie Voss to second base. And Conway's got runners at first and second with 1 out of the inning, and Jackson Robnett coming to the plate. Beautiful bunt by Kortzmeyer. He just deadened that bat right on the ball and put it into no man's land, and with his speed down the right field side, there was no chance of getting him at first base. So now we have a conference. I'm not sure what the Blue Coach Harden talked about, but they've had their conversation. We're ready to go. Jackson Robinette struck out back in the first inning to end the inning. Like to change his fortunes here. Hit hold in left center. Shows the bunt, and then the throw down to second base is not in time, and the runner advances to. So a great job by Willie Voss advancing on the stolen base as they tried to pick him off at second with the throw down there, but Voss broke on the throw and gets in ahead of the second throw, trying to get him at third base, and now runners at the corners with one out in the inning. This time they're going to throw. That'll go in. That'll score a run as the throw down to second was too high. And Willie Voss comes in to score for the Wampus Cats, who now lead by a score of 3-0. And down to second base is Kortzmeyer. Now Conway leads 3-0 with runner in scoring position. And again, one out of the inning. Jackson Robinette at the plate. Martin looks in, gets set. And that's going to go to the fence, and suddenly Conway has runners at third base now. So Martin and the battery right now kind of struggling as an error was charged that scored the run. And now at third base on a bad throw was not snagged by the catcher, and down the right field line, but foul. Goes Jackson Robinette. But a runner at third, just 90 feet away. With one out in the inning, and Robinette at the plate. That's going to be hit to second base. The only play will be at first. The run scores. And just like that, Conway leads now by a score of 4-0.
Next up at the Wampus Cats, the designated hitter, number 9, Carter Crow.
Carter Crow, who was thrown out back to start the second inning, will come to bat here in the third. Pitch is up high. Count goes to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Carter Crow. Swing and fouled at the plate. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Kind of one of those fist fouls, hitting right in the fist area.
Yeah, look at her. Like he really said that.
2 balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here in the bottom of the third. 2 runs have already scored for the Cats, though, in the inning, and they lead by a score of 4-0. That pitch takes the count to 3-1. And down to first base with a 2-out walk goes Carter Crow.
Next up for the Wampus Cats, the center fielder, number 14, London Stewart.
London Stewart had that big double back in the second inning. They came around to score the game's first run, and now we're going to have a Mound conversation here for Valley View. No indication as to whether or not they're going to change pitchers, but looks like it's just going to be a conversation at this point. Let you know, too, that next Friday morning at 8:30, Conway Wampus Cats, playing at Robinson in a spring break tournament. We may cover that game. Just going to have to see how the week goes. But we may try to be there for that one. Tim Roach down there singing along to the music here during the interlude. All right, conversation has been had, and we are now ready to get back underway. Again, London Stewart got things rolling for the Cats with that double back in the second inning. Came around to score the first run of the ball game. Now with a runner at first and 2 outs, comes to the plate again. Took a 2-strike pitch and laced it to left center field. Outstanding base running. Got him the double. Look over by Martin to first. Now the pitch to Stewart. Takes a big swing at that one, but fails to make contact, and the count goes to 1-1. Again, 4-0 our score. The Wampus Cats on top here in the bottom of the third inning. Scoring 2 in the second, now 2 here in the third. The pitch from Martin. That's going to get away from the catcher and down to second base. And into scoring position will go Carter Crow. Runner in scoring position. 2-1 the count. The pitch for Martin. Outside, 3-1. Martin looks in, the 3-1 count. Runner at second, 2 outs. The pitch. Called strike 2 on the inside. Painted the inside strike with that one. The count goes full. Once again, in the story here, many times in this ball game for Martin. Up high, down to first base. Go London Stewart with a 2-out walk.
Next up from the Wampus Cats, the shortstop, number 8, Silas Cicero.
Cicero, the hero so far in this ball game, went down and got it and took it over the left field wall the last time he was at the plate. This time he's got 2 runners on board with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Martin pitches inside, but too much inside. The count goes to 1-0. I have a feeling this might be kind of surprised that wasn't the last batter after the walk for Martin, but pitches up high. Count goes to 2-0. Cicero, the number 8 hitter in the lineup here today, with already a 2-run home run. Martin gets set. The pitch. It's the inside corner call on that one for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Cyrus Cicero, Wampus Cat shortstop at the plate. See that wind's picked up again a little bit. See if he can put one into it again. That time time, the strike called on the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-2. 2-2 the count. Cicero took a 2-1 pitch out to left field last time. See what he does here with the count at 2-2. That was going to skip away again at the plate, and runners are going to advance. It'll take the count to full, a familiar pitch count here this afternoon. As runners advance. On the ball to the fence, and suddenly now 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch for Martin. That one right to third base. The line drive out for the inning. But Conway does damage, adds 2 more up on the board. A couple of base hits, a couple of runs, and an error on the part of Valley View. And after 3, Conway leads by a score of 4-0. Back after this on Cat Country, 98.9 and 92.5.
Wampus Cats 4. Pleasure 0.
Welcome back as we go to the top half of the 4th inning. Due up for Valley View to be Keaton Mathis, Owen Roach, and pitcher of record so far, Mr. Levi Martin. Mr. Wanamaker still out on the hill for Conway as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Conway leading again by a score of 4-0. And it's going to be fouled off. Wasn't sure where the contact was on that. Batter didn't move, so. Oh and 1 the count. 0-2 the count. Mathis grounded out to short back in the 1st inning for the 2nd out. That's going to be hit well to the left side. Will it carry? It carries, but it carries foul, and the count stays 0-2. Had the distance as it goes into the parking lot over by the Career Center and so forth, but not straight enough, and so count remains 0-2 on Keaton Mathis, the catcher, who has struggled a little bit behind the plate with Martin here today. Looks at a pitch there that's up high for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Leadoff man here in the top of the 4th inning. Good job by Cover blocking that one. Count goes to 2-2. Beautiful Friday afternoon here. We approach 5 o'clock here on this kickoff to spring break week for a lot of folks. Glad to have you on board with us here on this Friday. Looks at called strike 3 there. The first out of the inning. That'll bring Owen Roach to the plate, who flew out to center field back in the 1st inning to end the inning. And that does not find the strike zone according to the umpire at the plate. I'm not sure how, but nonetheless, 1-0 the count. That one's outside. The count goes to 2-0. Owen Roach, the left fielder. 0-2 pitch. Flew out to center field back in the first inning to end the inning. Looks at a called strike here. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. The right-hander takes a couple of practice swings. Wanamaker's ready and delivers. Swing makes it a 2-2 count. Now on Owen Roach. And gets him to swing, and 2 in a row go down swinging. Now to bring the opposing pitcher to the plate, Levi Martin, who reached on an error back in the second inning, and then his runner was stranded at third. And the only serious threat to the score here so far in this ball game for Valley View. Martin, the starting pitcher and the cleanup hitter here for the Blazers, takes a look at strike 1. Two outs in the inning, both coming from swinging strikeouts. And quickly down 0-2 is Levi Martin. Wanamaker has the sign. Now the pitch. Outside ball 1. Just joined us on your ride home here this afternoon. 4-0 our score. The Conway Wampus Cats scored 2 in the bottom of the second and the third. Cut Valley View off of the scoreboard here. The pitch. Up high, the count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on board. We're at the top of the 4th inning, Conway leading 4-0. Over the Valley View Blazers out of the 5A, the defending state champions in that classification. That's fouled here to the left side this time. It's one of those dancing steps that you have to take. Dancing lessons at 7 tonight. Wanamaker checks the pitch call. And we're ready again. 2-2 the pitch. The swing back up the middle, right back to Wanamaker, easily over to first base for the putout. 1-3 they've scored in the book, and 1-2-3 down goes Valley View here in the top of the 4th. We'll come back with the bottom of the 4th after a timeout. You are listening to the Centennial Bank broadcast of Conway Wampus Cat Sports on Cat Country 98.9 and 92.5.
Here are the players for the Bandits. Jet Housley, Dallas Blake, Cooper Armstrong, Sam Clausen, Mason Crafton, Caden May, Trent Kennedy, Fletcher Harden, Lane Jones, Cale Cohen, and Miles Reed. Those are the FC Bandits. The coaches are Cole Jones and Tracy Blake.
Welcome back here on this Friday afternoon. Again, just a beautiful day for baseball. Can't draw them up a whole lot better. Maybe a 5 to 7 degree temperature increase wouldn't be a bad thing, but spring baseball is in full swing. Wampus Cats are in full swing right here, leading by a score of 4-0 over the defending state champions out of 5. Now coming
Leading
to
off
the
the
plate.
Wampus Cats, number 30, Bo Billick.
Bo Billick coming in to bat in the 9 slot here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Looks at a strike called outside. Ball 1, or strike 1. Fouls that one off to the left side. Falls behind 0-2. Billick on the season hitting .333, just 6 at bats so far on the season. Just his 5th appearance in a game. That one skips away to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leadoff man here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Conway on top, 4-0. Big swing and a strikeout there for Billick.
You can run on for
Now pitching for Valley View.
Number 23,
Get that notification here for you. That is number 30. That is Cohen Saffarano on the hill now for Valley View. Cohen Saffarano. First pitch here to Thomas Ford is called a strike here in the bottom of the 4th inning. He's off and running, gets him to commit. Nice pitch right there. Count goes to 0-2 on Thomas Ford. And he gets called out looking at an inside pitch. 2nd out of the inning.
Next up for the Wampus Cats, the catcher, number 18, Sean.
So that'll send Sean Culver to the plate. Had a double back in the 1st inning and then flew out to center field in the 3rd. Comes up here in the 4th. The 2 outs. Curveball working right now for Saffarano. He gets the strike called on that one. A lot different look than what we saw with Martin. That one's out of the zone. Count goes to 1-1. It's low and away. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike to Sean Culver. Most dangerous hitters for Conway, hitting .720 coming in. Check swing at the plate there for strike 2, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Valley View trying to retire Conway 1-2-3 for the first time this afternoon. Now the pitcher wants a different ball. All right, now we're ready. 2-2-2. The number 2 hitter for Conway in the lineup, Sean Culver. Plays position number 2 right now, the catcher. Takes and drills that one to the left side, but foul. So the count remains 2-2. joining us on the ride home here this afternoon. Valley View Blazers in here at Conway. Conway leading 4-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Good patience that time by Cover. Still didn't quite catch it with it. Fouls that one off, and the count remains the same at 2-2. A strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking for Zaffarano so far here in the inning. Sean Culver going to make him work a little harder. Zaffarano's had that curveball going. We'll see what he pitches here with the 2-2 pitch. Trying to come right down Broadway to it. Just a little bit on top of it. Count remains 2-2. More baseballs brought in from the Wampus Cat dugout. Home plate umpire is ready, and we are ready. Again, 2-2 the count. And they're going to ring him up. They're going to say Carver went around and committed on that one. So 3 strikeouts in the inning. That one swinging. And Conway goes down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Score, Wampus Cats 4.
No hits, no runs after 4. Conway leads by a score 4-0. Back after this. You're listening to the Centennial Bank broadcast of Conway Wampus Cats Sports on Cat Country 98.9 and 92.5.
Wes Ashworth, Troy Carver, Bo Eagle, Hayden Hill, Lincoln Knight, Aiden McGill, Ace McMillan, Cruz Moore, Bo Sibley, River Washington, and Camden Whitting. The coaches are Zach Hill, Chris Knight, and Chad Moore. That is your 700 Conway Diamond Dogs.
Here to Wampus Cat Field on this Friday afternoon. Wampus Cats holding a 4-0 lead over the Valley View Blazers. New pitcher on the hill for Conway.
Please do Wampus Cat
London
The
Stewart.
new pitcher is number 14, London Stewart.
So London Stewart goes from center field. Checking to see who that is. I don't have glasses good enough to see who that is in center field now, but looks like Blake Kortzmeyer going to center possibly, but I'll have to check that. But nonetheless, London Stewart now the pitcher for the Wampus Cats. Due up for Valley View here in the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Jay Taylor, Noah Ragsdale, and Madden Tatum.
Cross move to right. Jackson Robinette to left. Those are your changes.
So Stewart goes to the hill.
Leading off for the Blazers.
Leading off will be Jay Taylor.
Jay Taylor.
Checking some of the defensive adjustments here. All right. So Taylor at the plate, flew out back in the 2nd inning for the first out of the inning. A high pop fly to the right side of the infield that takes a big swing at that one. Count goes to 1-1. Say no swing. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So great outing here this afternoon for Wanamaker. So he does not give up a hit. Now London Stewart comes on in relief here in the fifth appearance of the season for Stewart on the hill. And he gives up a leadoff walk.
Now back to the second baseman, number 24, Noah Ragsdale.
So that'll bring Ragsdale to the plate. Struck out swinging back in the second inning. Shows the bunt. Throw down to first is, ooh. He got back just in time before the tag behind the bag. Nice throw by Cover, right on the money, but the field umpire says not in time. 1 ball, no strikes. They seem to commit that time. 1-1 the count. Stewart also has pitched 4 innings on the season, making his 5th appearance here. Throw over to first is not in time. Stewart with 11 strikeouts on the season, just 2 walks he's given up, and gives up 1 here to start the 5th. Pitch is outside. Count goes to 2-1. On Ragsdale. Now conversation on the mound. So again, a reminder that the Cats are off until next week, when they will play a week from today on Friday. And I want to be sure I've got this right. I need to probably check with David. I'm sure I am correct, but the schedule that I show says that varsity baseball at Robinson at 8:15. Now, it doesn't say AM or PM, so I don't want to make any assumptions, but we'll have to confirm that with David and see exactly when that game is scheduled to be played, and we may just bring it to you for especially if it's a morning game. We'll breakfast at Robinson there. All right, we're back and ready to go. 2-1 the count, nobody out, runner at first. It's going to be hit well, but right to Kortsmeyer, who squeezes it for out number 1.
Now batting the right field, number 27, Madden Tatum.
So again, I believe that's Kortsmeyer who's made the shift over to center. Has London Stewart, that's where he started. So, but my eyes aren't definitive in that. But nonetheless, it's the first out, runner at first. Now to the plate, Madden Tatum. Tatum struck out back in the second inning. And the final out in that second inning. That's a big swing at that one. Count goes to 1-1. Throw over to first. Nothing doing. Tatum steps back in. Stewart's pitch is in there for a strike.
Good pitch.
And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tatum. 4-0 again our score. If you're just getting in the car, driving home, ready for your weekend. Conway leads. That one's fouled back here to the fence. Count remains the same. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tatum hitting from the left side. Already struck out once in this ball game. Runner goes. The pitch is thrown to the second baseman, but he was nowhere near second base. So Cats are fortunate to just give up the stolen base. Because that was thrown right to Ken Brown, but he was nowhere near second base. So the runner advances. Then a swing and a strikeout of Tatum.
Next up, the designated hitter, number 5, Will Findlay.
That'll bring up Will Finley, who led things off in the third inning for Valley View with a fly out to left field. Now has a runner in scoring position at second base for Valley View. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch. Nice job by Cover behind the plate to keep that one from skipping away. It was an inside pitch he had to do some Saturday Night Fever dancing to in order to come up with the ball. Did a good job. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Stewart does not get the call on that one, and the count goes to 2-0. I think everybody in Wampus Cat Blue wanted that to be a strike. But it's the guy with the blank jersey on that matters. In the gray pants. 2-0 pitch. That one's in there for a strike, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. But 2 outs, a runner at second. Only the second base runner for Valley View here this afternoon. Can be hit to the left side, finds the gap in the left field. That'll score a run. They'll cut off the throw and hold the runner and hold the hitter at first. But the run scores first of the ball game as Jake Taylor comes around, and Will Finley with the RBI single to left field. Looks like Valley View going to make a substitution in hitters here and see who comes to the plate. Coming to the plate will be number 1 for Valley View, and it looks like that is
Plate for the Blazers, number 1, Keaton Rogers.
Keaton Rogers. He looks at a called strike 1. Pinch hitter here in the 9 hole in the top of the 5th inning. Valley View trying to get something going with 2 outs. And Rogers falls behind 0-2. First hit of the ball game for Valley View comes in with 2 outs in the bottom of the top of the 5th. They turned that into a run that was created by the walk that led off the inning. Stewart on the hill for Conway. The pitch fouled off. Count stays 1-2. Stewart checks the runner, delivers the pitch. It's going to be hit in play, right field, squeezed for out number 3. But 1 hit, 1 run, and after 4.5, Conway leads by a score of 4-1. Back after this on Cat Country 98.9 and 92.5.
Pork sandwiches and nachos. Pork sandwiches and nachos in the concession stand.
this over a little tighter. Make sure that it's
Leading off for the Wampus Cats, the right fielder number 2.
Here. Makes the swing of that one, falls behind 0-2. Zafran definitely a different look than what we saw with Martin in the first 3 innings of the ball game. Zafran came out in the 4th and struck out the side.
Willie, you got it, bub.
You got to play them all when it comes to all these innings. Having a 4-run lead is nice, but it's now down to 3. We try to add to that, and that will not get down. That'll be caught by the left fielder for the first down of the inning. So Blake Kortmeyer will come to the plate.
Next up for the Wampus Cats, the center fielder number 3, Blake Kortmeyer.
Kortmeyer flew out first. Hits that one to second base and will ground out here quickly in the bottom of the 5th. So second time this afternoon. 1, 2, 3, down go the Cats. We go to the top of the 6th inning, though. Conway leading by a score of 4-1. We'll be back after this. On
Plenty of good food at the concession stand. Burgers, hot dogs, sandwiches, nachos. Reminder for the kids, you meet the Wampus Cats after the ball game behind the third base dugout or around the third base dugout.
Welcome back here as we go to the top of the 6th inning. The Wampus Cats leading by a score of 4-1. Valley View plated a run back in the 5th and now comes to bat here in the 6th. Top of the lineup due up. That's Drew Gartman, Keaton Mathis, and Owen Roach. Gartman flew out to left field in the 1st inning and then grounded out back in the 3rd. Stewart still on the bump here for Conway. And you really don't have to worry about saving arms at this point. Conway will not play again until a week from today.
The shortstop number 2, Drew Gartman.
So Drew Gartman will come to the plate to lead things off here in the top of the 6th. Pitch is down low, ball 1. It's going to be hit to the left side foul. The count will go to 1-1. Once again, Conway off until a week from today, so plenty of opportunity to use the arms that you need to try to come away with a victory here against Valley View. Stewart skips that one up a little bit. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Conway on top in the top of the 6th inning, 4-1. That finds the strike zone and evens the count at 2-all. Ooh, everybody in Wampus Cat Blue thought that was a strike. But, as I alluded to earlier, the guy with the gray pants and the black shirt on is the one who determines it. So it takes the count full. That will go up high, and a leadoff walk here to the leadoff hitter in the top of the 6th inning. That'll bring Keaton Mathis to the place. He struck out back in the 4th inning and grounded out back in the 1st. Gets a strike call on the first pitch this time. I have been corrected. It's Thursday. Is at 8:15. Friday at 3:45. Saturday at 3:45. It'll be 8:15 p.m. on Thursday night at Robinson, 3:45 in the afternoon on Friday and Saturday. A pitch up and out of the zone. Count goes to 1-1. Stewart looks at the first. Checks the runner, now delivers the pitch home. That was going to be fouled back into outie land. It's a 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner at first in the top of the 6th inning. And struck him out looking. For the 2nd time in a row, Keaton Mathis goes down. Looking at a call 3rd strike. Comes the first out of the inning. Owen Roach will come to the plate. Flew out to center field in the 1st, and he also struck out looking back in the 4th. Runner goes. The throw will not be in time. Ooh, almost. He almost lit off the bag. Just managed to stay on. So runner down at 2nd, stolen base. For Owen Roach. That goes to 2-0 on Roach. Stewart checks the runner. Comes home with the throw. That's in there for a call, struck 1. Good concentration that time by Stewart. Pitch up high in the zone, but in the zone. 2-1 pitch. It's going to be hit well to the right side, but foul. Wind was not going to blow that one in enough to stay fair. So we'll get baseball in play, and we'll reset here with a 2-2 count, 1 out, runner at 2nd base. A 4-1 ball game with Conway on top. Valley View at the plate. Hit hard to 2nd. That'll be easily played over at 1st for out number 2 in the inning. But the runner does advance to 3rd base with 2 outs in the inning. And the cleanup hitter, Levi Martin, coming to the plate. He was the starting pitcher in this game.
Levi Martin.
Now he has a chance to help the cause here with the runner at 3rd and 2 outs in the inning. Umpire loads up with more baseballs. And we are ready to go. 4-1 the score. 2 outs in the inning, runner at 3rd. Cleanup man, that's drilled right back at the umpire, right straight back up the middle, and that's enough to Make this a 2-run ball game. Has a single, the 2-out single by Martin. Makes it a 4-2 game. Got to bring Jay Taylor to the plate.
Jay Taylor.
Scored the only other run of the afternoon for Valley View. Back in that 5th inning, he led off with a walk and came around to score. That pitch is up high for Stewart. Runner at first. 2 outs in the inning. 1 run across. There's called strike. 1-1 to count. The pitch from Stewart. In there for strike 2. Nice pitch. Good placement on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Stewart trying to get out of the inning with minimal damage. Checks the runner. That's going to be fouled off to the left side. So the inning will stay alive. Jay Taylor will come back to the plate. With a 1-2 count. Stewart delivers. Inside, ball 2. 2's up on the board again. 2-2-2. The runner at first base. In a 4-2 ball game. Conway on top by 2. That's fouled back as Taylor stays alive at the plate with that. Two the count still. In 2 outs with the runner at first. Stewart, and now Cobra calls time to run out and just confer with his pitcher to be sure they're on the same page and have the same plan and try to get this out and in the inning. 4-2 the score. And now Coach Harding's going to come out and we'll see if he makes a pitching change, and looks like he might be. But right now it's just a conversation. And it is going to be a pitching change as Stewart will go back to center field. He'll make some adjustments here. And that'll bring to the mound as Thomas Ford will move to the mound. And we'll see who goes where. A lot of movement around the infield. I can see that already happening as Conway making some defensive adjustments in addition. Lee Simpson will go to third. Thomas Ford will come in to try to
The pitcher is number 23, Thomas.
in the inning.
Ford.
He'll have a couple more warm-up pitches.
They lost back to first. And then Stewart goes back
For
to
the
center.
hard-throwing right-hander. Looks like he's ready. We will get back to action. Again, the count is 2-2 with 2 outs. Pitching change. Thomas Ford brought in to try to close this inning out and send us to the home half of the 6th. Adam Tatum already, Noah Ragsdale at the plate. Jay Taylor, rather, at the plate. Excuse me, I can read. Taylor's going to take the first pitch and bloop it into right field where it's snagged for out number 3.
1 run for the Blazers. And
So 1 run
Sorry.
and base hit. But at the end of it, Conway still leads by a score of 4-2 as we go to the home half of the 6th. Back after this on Cat Country, 98.9 and 92.5. Welcome back. Glad to have you on board with us here on this beautiful Friday afternoon for baseball. Again, a reminder that Conway will play. Actually, I had the schedule. I read the schedule wrong. It is Thursday night at 8:15, and then Friday at 3:45, and Saturday at 3:45 over at Robinson. So we'll just have to see how the week unfolds and see if maybe we follow over there for a couple of ball games. All right, as we go to the home half of the 6th inning, due up, it'll be a designated hitter Carter Crow along with London Stewart and Silas Cicero for Conway. See if the Cats can get something going. Now pitching for Valley View is number 22. That is Jade Taylor. I thought Jade Taylor now on the mound for Valley View.
Leading off for the Wampus.
Leading off for the Cats again, Carter Crow would be followed by London Stewart and Silas Cicero.
Carter Crow.
Crow with a walk. And looks at a called strike to lead off this at bat. Crow got stranded at third back in the second inning. Then grounded out back in the third inning. The 0-1 pitch here. Fouled off to the left side. 0-2. Crow stands in. Pitch outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter for the Wampus Cats here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Like to tack on a couple of insurance runs before we get back out onto the field. Ooh, looks at a high and outside looking pitch from here for the called third strike.
Next up for the Wampus Cats, the center fielder number 14.
So London Stewart will come to the plate. A double in this ball game along with a walk. Takes a look at strike 1 here. That pitch is outside and the count goes to 1-1. Sky high foul ball is out of play. The 3-2 pitch on the way. And that's going to be a little dribbler to the right side. It's going to be a little toss in time over to first base for the second out of the inning. Score at 1-3 in your scorebooks at home, and that'll bring up Silas Cicero to the plate for Conway.
Next up, the Wampus Cats. The shortstop, number 8, Silas Cicero.
Back to the plate here for Conway. With 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Trying to get a little more insurance on the board for Conway. Oh, 2 the count, runner at second base. 2 outs on the board. Conway leading by 2. 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th, and timeout called at the plate. Jade Taylor on the hill for Valley View here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch is outside. Count goes to 1-2. At second base is Cicero with his second hit of the day. That does not find the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-2. Good take that time by Kean Brown. 2-2 the count. 4-2 the score. Conway on top in the bottom of the 6th inning, trying to get a little more insurance on there. That's down and away, and the count goes full. So the count goes full on Kean Brown. See what Taylor pitches here. See if he goes after him, trying to get out of the inning. Right back up the middle, that'll score a run. And going into second, here, going to get him. Kean Brown got the run, but a little misplayed in center field, but the run scores, and Conway now leads by a score of 5-2. We'll come back with the top of the 7th inning, see if the Cats can close this one out after we take this time out. You're listening to the Centennial Bank broadcast of Conway Wampus Cats Sports on Cat Country 98.9 and 92.5.
Please new Wampus Cats pitcher. The new Wampus Cats pitcher is number 12, Wesley Tapp.
Welcome back as we go to the top of the 7th inning. The Conway Wampus Cats lead by a score of 5-2 after a 2-out single by Kean Brown. Scored Silas Cicero from second to give Conway the lead, or to extend the lead for Conway. Here in the top of the 7th inning, be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Valley View. That'd be Noah Ragsdale, Madden Tatum, Will Finley. Wesley Tapp out on the hill for Conway to try to close this one out. Tapp making his, I want to be sure I'm right about 5-2 Conway as we are in the top of the 7th inning. Wampus Cats trying to close this one out and keep their keep their record going here, unblemished on the season. That's going to be hit high and not in play. So the count goes to 0-2 on the leadoff hitter, Noah Ragsdale, who struck out back in the second inning. Flew out to center field back in the fifth inning. Falls behind 0-2 here in the seventh. And that one's going to be playable on the infield. And squeezed for the first out of the inning. No problem right at first base there.
Next up, number 27, Madden Tatum.
And Madden Tatum will come to the plate. He has struck out twice already here today. Big right fielder for Valley View. Takes a good bat on that one. First swing though, and it's going to be caught by fielder Stewart. Just like that, we are one out away from the victory for the Wampus Cats. Will Finley, the designated hitter.
Will Finley.
One of only 2 hits in the ball game here for Valley View. Was his back in the fifth inning. He looks at the call at strike one.
Way to go, Wesley!
So one of them is in the top of the seventh, and Conway wins this one by a final score of 5-2. We'll come back and wrap it up after this timeout. You're listening to the Centennial Bank broadcast of Conway Wampus Cats Sports on Cat Country 98.9 and 92.5.
Blazers 2. Kids hang around. Meets the Wampus Cats. Third base dugout.